Hello everyone and welcome to the Transit Nomad family. In this video we're going to be going over some Belgium visitation tips as well as the top underrated destinations to visit. Before we get started, I'd like to let you know that I'm in Belgium for a couple of weeks, and at the end of this trip I'll be recording my final verdict video comparing Belgium with other countries to help you decide if you should visit, while also saving you lots of time and money with practical tips on how to get the most out of your trip. This will be an exclusive video, but you can easily gain access to it by subscribing or donating any amount on buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad or through the link in the video description below. With that being said, let's begin discussing some Belgian visitation tips as well as the top underrated destinations to visit. So right now we are located in the city of Antwerp, which is located in the northern part of Belgium. It is close to the border with the Netherlands, somewhat close, and we are currently located in the city center, which is this particular square is called the Grote Market. I believe I'm pronouncing it correctly, but please forgive me if I'm making a mistake. I do not speak any of the local languages, but it says Grote, maybe Grote Market. It is a very beautiful square with lots of cool looking buildings surrounding us in all directions. Very impressive and scenic viewpoints in this location. Highly recommend checking it out. And believe it or not, to get here it only takes less than an hour by train from Brussels. Depending on what kind of train you take, it might be even closer to like 40 minutes or something like that. Another really cool location at this close by to this city, but close by to this square, is called the Central Train Station, which is where you're going to be arriving by train anyway. It is a very beautiful train station, probably the most beautiful one in Belgium, and it's definitely something that is worth exploring. It's completely free to check it out. The architecture is very impressive, and they have different levels where the trains are arriving and departing, and a huge hall that looks like a huge fancy church, and different areas that are good for taking photos and exploring. Definitely recommend checking that train station out. Hopefully you're going to be arriving by train, so it would be on your way anyway. And then from there you can walk. In approximately 30 minutes you can reach this square by walking. It's kind of like a straight walk. You get out of the train station and then you just keep walking straight until you reach this area, and the walk is very cool in itself. You're gonna be walking through a major shopping street with lots of different stores and boutiques and galleries and cafes, so it's definitely going to be quite an experience. So this brings me to the point of mentioning that this city, Antwerp, is definitely worth visiting, at least as a day trip from Brussels, because it's very easy to reach it by train. Less than an hour of riding the train, and you get out of the train and right away you start sightseeing with that awesome train station, and then taking a walk to reach this beautiful square, which is kind of just as beautiful as the main square in Brussels. So I see it kind of as a no-brainer. And one cool tip I have for you is that during weekends the train tickets are actually sold at almost 50% off, so you can save a considerable amount of money, especially if it's you and your partner or your family members going together in a group. You're paying basically half of the normal cost for the train tickets, as long as you buy a round-trip ticket that ends at the same point where you started your journey, so from Brussels to Antwerp and back. It would have to be something like that. Very beautiful square, very nice buildings and impressive monuments here. I've been walking around here for a while and I still can't get enough. I wish we had more buildings like this in California, where I come from, but we don't. Actually, originally I am from Ukraine, but I live in California, and right now I came from England. So, but before England, I was in California, so that's why I mentioned that. Now, going back to the underrated destinations in Belgium. So hopefully this city, Antwerp, is now on your list. I would also recommend checking out Tavern or Tavron Park. It's very close to Brussels. You can reach it by tram line number 44. It is the most scenic tram ride in Brussels, or maybe in all of Belgium, as that tram kind of goes through the forest, and it's very green, very beautiful. The trees surrounding the tram ride are very impressive. It almost feels like you are riding inside a painting or something like that. And it's not a very long ride, maybe 20 minutes or so, from a major subway metro station. And you reach this beautiful park with a huge palace, and a beautiful garden surrounds it. And you can walk a little bit more and you will see lots of different lakes and different trails and different lawns and flowers and very, very nice landscaping. I'm not sure if they do it artificially or if it's done naturally, just because of how beautiful it is. It's really, really great for taking awesome pictures, for going hiking, because the park is huge, so there are lots of trails to choose from. It is also a very good place to ride your bicycle, but they don't have rentals over there, so if you want to ride your bicycle, you need to bring it with you. It's called I believe it's called Tavron or Tavern Park. I'm going to leave a link in the video description below. I'm sorry, I don't speak the local languages, and it's very difficult to memorize all the names here. And also on the way to that park, depending on what day you decide to visit, they have a vintage tram museum. It's called Urban Transport Museum, also known as Brussels Tram Museum. Definitely very good location to visit. Highly recommended. The fee to enter the museum is only 13 euros per person, which includes unlimited rides on different kinds of vintage transit vehicles. And they have trams running through the forest, running to different kinds of destinations depending on the date. Check out their website, take a look at their schedule. I think it's kind of a must-see destination that's kind of underrated, because it is such a fun and beautiful and scenic ride, and you are riding a tram that's over 100 years old, and you can hear the original sounds, you can see the original interior, you can feel that elegant atmosphere and kind of soak in that history, and the ride is so beautiful, it's so much fun, and the price is so cheap, so it's kind of a no-brainer. So look it up, Vintage Tram Museum in Brussels, definitely worth checking it out. Now let's go over some tips for traveling in Belgium, Brussels, Antwerp, and other destinations. First one I want to mention is that if you're traveling with a credit card and you want to pay everything with your card, keep in mind that they do not accept American Express everywhere. So if you have an Amex card, keep in mind that it might not be accepted at major supermarkets or some trains or other things. They don't always accept Amex. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. If you want to pay for a coffee, you might not be able to pay with an Amex card. So bring another card with you that's hopefully a Visa or MasterCard, not American Express. Also, the prices here are very expensive. It is one of the most expensive destinations in the world, especially as you get closer to the Netherlands. I feel like Antwerp is even more expensive than Brussels. Everything is really pricey. So I recommend checking out some supermarkets instead of buying food at restaurants if you want to save some money. That way it works. The prices are still expensive at supermarkets. If you can find Lidl or Aldi, those are the cheapest chains. Carrefour seems to be the most popular chain here, but it is kind of expensive. Everything is double or triple if you compare it with Lidl or Aldi. Keep that in mind. Now, they have very few free public toilets or restrooms. So it is kind of a sad thing, and it's something that is not something that we are used to in the United States, having to pay to use the restroom. But it is kind of a thing in France, and it seems to be a thing in Belgium. Even if you are a paying customer at a fast food chain like McDonald's, Burger King, or Quick, or there are other local chains here, even after you've had your meal and you have your receipt, you go downstairs to use the toilet, they're still gonna charge you. Sometimes it's €1, sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes it's a little bit less. Even at that train station I was talking about, the main train station, they're still gonna charge you for using the toilet. That's pretty crazy. But it is what it is. If you are at the train station, it might be a good idea to actually check the train schedule, and then if you see there is a train standing at the station and it's not going to depart anytime soon, you still have some time, you can just go in that train. Most trains have toilets, and use the toilets quickly and then come out of the train. I don't recommend doing that, but if you cannot pay for it and you don't want to go outside in the middle of the city center and you really have to go and you have no choice, you can just go on the train. It's better, I think, than doing it in public. And it does suck that they don't offer free toilet options for visitors. And the next tip I have for you is that it is not an English-speaking country. Not everyone speaks English. Most people speak either French or Dutch or both. And also they don't have a lot of English signs. So it is kind of confusing sometimes getting around. If you're going to a supermarket when they are selling things, you're trying to figure out, what is this? Is this like a meat, or is that a fish, or is this a chocolate? They don't have an English description most of the time. So if you are at the train station also, all the information is usually displayed in their local languages, but not in English. I did not expect that. I thought this is going to be like an international city that is such an important city in Europe. They will have English information, and also it's going to be friendly for tourists to get around, but it does not feel that way, unfortunately. I don't know if they don't want tourists here, or they hate English, or they are so proud of their local languages. I'm not sure what the reason is, but I've seen more English signs in other countries, even in Korea or Taiwan. I see more English than I see here in Brussels. I don't know what the deal is with that. So if you are flexible about your travel destinations, if you're thinking if Belgium is worth visiting, it definitely has a lot to offer, but I wouldn't say it's the best place to visit in Europe. Even London is only a 2-hour high-speed train ride away from here. It's kind of a little bit less expensive, even though it shouldn't be, but it feels like it's a little bit less expensive, especially when it comes to food and transportation and entertainment. I've had to pay less in London, and everything is in English, and also it feels a little bit cleaner and a little bit more comfortable for visitors. They had free toilets, and they had lots of good deals inside supermarkets, way better than here in Belgium. So if I had to choose between London and Brussels, I would choose London. I mentioned this in some of my other videos. But if you want to get even more value for your money, you should consider going to Central Europe or Eastern Europe. The cities like Prague or Budapest, or Polish cities like Krakow or Warsaw are very, very scenic, very beautiful, very historic. They have a lot to offer, and the rates are basically half or even 1/3 of what you would expect to pay here in Belgium. And the next tip I have for you is paying for everything and reserving everything ahead of time. Belgium is in the heart of Western Europe, which means you have to reserve everything as early as you can, preferably a couple of months in advance, because this way it's going to be a lot less expensive. If you book your accommodations or your train tickets or your flights last moment, it's gonna probably cost a lot more. Definitely going to be a pretty big price difference, double, maybe triple, sometimes even quadruple. With that being said, I want to remind you that as an active traveler and business owner with experience, I might be able to assist you with trip planning, life coaching, and business consulting, with all the details available at buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad. This is where you can also find lots of exclusive content on many different cities across the globe, my secret tips, PDF guides, and the option to request a custom video on any topic that matters to you. Thank you everyone for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. I appreciate you being a part of the Transit Nomad family and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.
No, come on, that's disgusting.